Good afternoon, Kitchissippi. It is Saturday, April the 29th. This is a video version of the 433rd Kitchissippi Weekly Ward Newsletter. Lots more information about all the topics that we'll discuss in the weekly email newsletter, to which you can subscribe at kitchissippiward.ca. First up, I am going to be hosting pop-up office hours. Those will be on Thursday, May the 1st from 1 until 4 p.m. at the Ottawa Bagel Shop that is at 1321 Wellington Street West. Pop-ups are an opportunity to come by anytime during those hours, chat with me one-on-one about whatever is on your mind. I wanted to do some Matthew Perry House follow-up. In the newsletter, I have a short statement with respect to that. I've arranged for some follow-up meetings for the residents who are most immediately impacted by the proposed Matthew Perry House on the campus of the Royal Hospital, particularly with respect to the Royal's decision-making on where to locate the new Matthew Perry House on their campus. But there are a few things that need to be clarified and said in light of the CBC article that came out yesterday morning. The most important thing for me is that this is a critical project in Ottawa. Putting a supportive housing development on the campus of a mental health hospital is an obvious benefit to the whole of Ottawa, and I want to say that I am fully in support. I think it's also critical to note that it is proposed not to be located on public space. It is not in a public park, but this is a hospital campus. Over the years, hospital campuses get developed, and so long as this meets the institutional zoning, and to date I am satisfied that it will meet the institutional zoning that is in place, it is up to the Royal to determine where on their campus they want to put the residents. I also want to publicly express my disappointment with some of the communications materials I've seen. On the Facebook page of the coalition that is referred to in the CBC article, there's a cartoon vilifying the Royal's CEO. The Royal CEO is trying to find a way to put a large amount of supportive housing, desperately needed supportive housing, on the grounds of the Royal Ottawa. I don't think it speaks much to the maturity level of the discourse around this issue. Some of the materials that I've seen, I hope not to see any more of it. Over the coming weeks, I have challenged the Royal and its development team, Ottawa Community Housing, Salis, Rideauwood, to demonstrate to us and be very transparent with respect to why they're proposing to put the residents where they are. But I also want to make sure that everyone understands that there are going to be trade-offs in getting this much-needed project moving ahead, and I am fully in support. The Committee of Adjustment is coming up on May the 7th. They have a single Kitchissippi item, nothing crazy, at 256 Northwestern. The applicants are seeking to subdivide the property into two separate parcels to establish separate ownership for each half of the semi-detached that is currently under construction. The Neighbours for Tunney's group, which is basically a coalition of the four community associations that abut where I'm standing right now, Mechanicsville, Hintonburg, Wellington Village, and Champlain Park, are looking for participation in their online survey. They are continuing to play an important role in the community engagement around how the Tunney's Pasture campus is going to be redeveloped. They're looking for some feedback. I've got a link in the newsletter. I wanted to make a quick note as well. OC Transpo is going to be free on May the 3rd and 4th, largely to celebrate the opening of lines 2 and 4. You can enjoy free rides all weekend long on May 3rd and 4th. Visit some of your favorite destinations around the city for free by transit. Try out line 2 if you haven't already, and drop by Herdman Station between 10 and 2 p.m. To talk with OC Transpo staff about some of the things that they've going on with respect to public transit. Easy to get to. Hop on the LRT here, get off at Herdman Station. Some community events to talk about. Historic Hintonburg is hosting a Jane's Walk. That's going to be at 10 a.m. on Saturday, May the 3rd in English, and at 10 a.m. on Sunday, May the 4th in French. The walk is being organized by the Hintonburg Community Association History and Heritage Committee. To register, go to the Jane's Walk Ottawa website. I also have a link in the newsletter. Parkdale United is hosting its spring rummage sale. That will be on April the 26th. Come join the fun, explore our wonderful bargains, and support the community. Please use the entrance off the Gladstone parking lot. That's going to be on Saturday, April the 26th from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. There's a free tree giveaway in Hintonburg. The Hintonburg Community Association is stepping up with its own funds to increase the neighborhood's tree canopy. There's going to be a free tree giveaway of native species like yellow birch, red oak, and pin cherry. The HCA will form a longer-term partnership with whoever plants those in order to ensure that those are well cared for. And there will be a map on display in Hintonburg about where those trees are planted. Find all the information at the hintonburg.com website or through the link in my newsletter. And my last reminder, the Ottawa Grassroots Festival is coming up. That's going to be taking place on April the 24th until 27th at First Unitarian in just on the other side of our border. It is more than just great music. It's a celebration of creativity, community, and connection. Free daytime performances on the weekend, hands-on workshops, and amazing evening headliners. I'm looking forward to welcoming audiences to the Barrow Gangbusters, who are going to be playing the first night on April the 24th. Get tickets and all the information in the newsletter. There is a Spring Fiber Fling show on April the 25th through 26th. From 10 until 4 at Kitchissippi United Church. Admission is free with monetary donations gladly accepted for the Ottawa Food Bank. The two-day art show and sale is going to showcase the fiber art of nearly 100 artists from Ottawa and the surrounding areas, offering a range of works including embroidery, felting, wall hangings, purses, silk scarves, and more. City Hall is remaining busy. Last week I went through the full agenda for the Community Services Committee. I'll try to make that a little bit briefer in this video. The first item that I think a lot of people are going to be watching is some recommendations with respect to what we call the housing allowance. The federal and Ontario program is changing. There could be a shortfall of funds in the housing allowance that allows people to find housing in the private market, even if they have low income. So that's going to be a really important item. The committee is also going to deal with a recommendation to council to give staff a mandate to create a community-led green initiatives and community garden program. In addition to these items, the committee is also going to consider the proposed childcare and early years plan for 2025-2029. There are memos to be received by the committee on the city's outdoor pickleball strategy, as well as an interim update to the annual housing and homelessness report. Councillor Kavanagh has a motion coming forward to urge action on the part of council, the provincial government, and the federal government for naturally occurring retirement communities. So big agenda. You can find the link with all the documents in the newsletter. The Planning and Housing Committee, by contrast, is going to meet on April the 23rd. We have a sole item, a uncontroversial rezoning on Strandherd. I don't expect that meeting is going to take very long at all. See the full details through the link in the newsletter. Here's an interesting one. The Election Compliance Committee is going to be meeting on April the 24th. They're going to appoint an auditor to audit the campaign finances from the 2022 election for Councillor Sean Menard. The committee had earlier declined to appoint or start an audit of Councillor Menard's election finances, seeing no reason to do so. One individual, Ted Phillips, brought an appeal of the committee's decision to the courts. The courts determined to basically on a black and white reading of the letter of the law, order the city to hire an auditor to audit Councillor Menard's reports. So that will be the substance of their meeting on April the 24th. Again, I've got the full details through the link in the newsletter. And the Audit Committee is going to meet on April the 29th. Its main item is going to be a consideration of the revenues from the enforcement cameras. So that's red light cameras and speed enforcement cameras. The Auditor General has found that many many of the revenues that council was expecting would go into a reserve for road safety measures has in fact been going into the police budget and into the city's general coffers. So there is a very frustrating report from the Auditor General with respect to that. Management have agreed with the Auditor General's findings. They're going to be bringing forward a different approach in either the 2025 Road Safety Action Plan report or at budget time this year. But there are many millions of dollars that could have been spent on Road Safety Action Plan items that haven't been. So that is an item about which many councillors are concerned. Kitchissippi, I hope you've been having a great long weekend for the Easter holiday. I thank you very much for watching and have a great week.